rap mags won't use my black ass, so advertisers give them more cash for ads. Fuck it.
That was a terrible line, because I worked at a rap magazine at the time, and we were really pissed off that he would shit on us, because then you go run to the other magazines and won't do an interview with us, and we spent our time putting you on.
What is the source?
Yeah. As many artists as we...
y'all had a personal beef with Jay-Z?
No.
Tell us about it, man.
Never that. Never
Jay-Z's hot content on this channel. He's still Jay-Z in the title, bro. Let's go. Let's go.
It was never a personal beef, but it like artists in general, you get upset when they decide that they're not going to do, when their publicists tell them not to do the hip-hop mags anymore because they're beyond that. And you get pissed. It's like, wait a minute, the other magazines are using your black ass for ads too. They're not. You ran to the other side. You sought them dudes to trust. What the fuck you thought?
Just like
Since we responded with rap.
The rebuttal.
Bars.
Hope is gonna get you for that.
He almost hired me once. It's cool. It's cool.
I'm curious, Vlad. With this AI shit taking over right now, where do you see the world of media content and podcasting going? With AI just being rampant right now.
I mean, right now it's like a novelty.
Right.
Right. I mean, a friend of mine sent an AI version of my voice to me, which kind of sounds like me, not really, you know. But I think that
they'll perfect it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and you know, there's that Drake Weekend song that was actually pretty good. That wasn't Drake in the Weekend. You know, I heard Pop Smoke doing Ice Spice song, like Munch. Yeah, you heard the Pop Smoke Munch? It sounds like Pop Smoke, like legitimately.
And it makes me think about what they're going to do with platforms like this.
I mean, this right here, I mean, we're all here to still do it, right? But I think what's going to happen in the future, which has already been happening in Hollywood, is that when someone passes away, their estate will be able to license their likeness for projects after the fact. Like if you watched, what was that movie, Andor, one of the Star Wars movies? There was a guy from the original Star Wars movie, one of like the admirals, in Andor, and that guy's dead.
Yeah.
And they showed how they found a dude with like a similar facial structure, and then they basically did a face swap with him, and then did AI on the voice, and boom, now you got a dead person in your movie because it's a character from the 70s, basically.
That's a form of cloning, though, right?
Yeah, it is in a way.
If the family still eats,
the family still eats, though. Yeah.
Okay, so where do we draw the line? Because then
family approves.
No, because eventually it's going to be let's bring back Michael Jackson. Let's bring back Biggie.
If the family approves,
they've been doing holograms.
If the family approves.
No, I'm saying when it's not a hologram. When you can look and see, okay, that's a hologram. But when you actually have an AI robot up there walking around doing all the shit.
Well, you don't need a robot. You can just need doing graphics.
Yeah.
Which is even
making new songs and doing videos.
Well, they're already doing
That's going to happen. Yeah, that's already happening.
You said they're already doing this.
Yes. All these AI songs are basically what you're saying.
No,
they just haven't been released yet.
They haven't done videos.
Not yet, but it's coming.
And that's scary.
I'll tell you exactly.
Not only can they do videos, but they could have the AI actually create a script for you and a dialogue for you. They could you could plug in, say, I want to do a movie where Biggie and Tupac fall in love. And you know what I'm saying? It'll create a whole thing.
You're not going to pause that.
You're not going to pause that.
That is a pause.
Come on, bro.
But this is what I'm saying. This is how wild it can get. It can get that wild.
Thank you, Vlad. Thank you for that.
And it'll create all the dialogue. It'll create the arc of the movie. It'll create the finale. It'll create the background music. It'll create all the characters and everything else like that.
What was it that you sent in a group chat that showed? Because Guru was very adamant about speaking against this.
Yeah,
shout out to Young Guru.
UMG got started taking the steps to make that kind. As soon as any of that starts costing real living people money or the estate of someone money, as soon as you start taking money away from them, it's going to be considered theft. So if The Weeknd and Drake have a song and it's out and it's on a YouTube channel that's being monetized and everybody's going to the channel to come listen to this, and Drake and The Weeknd don't see any part of that money, you're stealing from them.
Right.
Wait, but
What if they sign it over, right?
Okay,
That's what
okay,
you're saying?
no. But let me interject, right? What if the song gets released and it sounds like Drake and Weeknd, but their names are not mentioned?
Absolutely.
You just put out a song. There's lots of Jay-Z sound-alikes out there. Remember, like, the early 2000s? Angela sounds
just like Jay-Z.
That was his name, Sicario, right?
No, Angelus.
No, Angelus was a whole different.
Angelus.
Sicario was
Exactly. And Jay-Z
Thank
got
you.
him off the face of the earth.
Thank you. But what I'm saying is, if I
made
put
it
if that
We don't
song-
know that. Let's not
if that
allege.
song gets
We don't know that.
released with an original beat and original lyrics, and it just so happens that these two people who are rapping sound like Drake and The Weeknd, but their names are not on the actual thing. Neither UMG, Drake, or The Weeknd can't do a damn thing about
If
it.
it's computer generated,
Right.
made
So you mean like a
specifically to
designer?
sound like somebody who's already
You'd have to
talented.
prove that in a court of law, which
And
hasn't
that's-
been done yet.
And that's where, but
Okay, now-
because the law hasn't caught up to the technology doesn't
Right.
mean that it
Right.
won't. That's
Right.
my
Okay,
It
whole
might,
Alright, so-
but as right now,
Ah.
2023, it'd be a fight.
But this is where I feel like it's karma to some of these labels who specifically look for people who sound exactly like other people.
Yeah.
You think about the Panda record. When everyone heard that for the
We thought it
first
was
time,
That was Future.
we thought it was Future.
Who's the dude that sounds like Pop Smoke out here?
There's a bunch of them.
Dusty
Lil Kane.
Dusty Lil Kane.
That's Lil Kane.
We were supposed to interview
Free
him.
Dusty, man.
Right.
That's my guy.
He was too scared to go to studios. True story.
Why?
I don't know. Canceled on us last minute. He was scared to go to studios. That's
Who
what
was scared to
Who
go to
said he
court?
was scared? Well, how did you know he was scared?
they told us that.
his
Dusty?
team said he's too scared to
he's
go
scared
to.
those.
Wow,
Well,
that's a pretty secure.
I mean, no offense to but you know some shit done went down over there, bro.
lot
Some
of
shit goes down in
Shit,
early
shit.
90s.
There's a lot of shit that didn't make
just
the
saying.
news that happened in
There's shit that don't make the news that happens
mean,
in
if you-
every studio. Like,
Well, hold on. Back to this AI shit. What's the difference between when bootleggers was doing what they was doing with records and stuff like that in the street, and this AI technology
The
that
difference-
is mimicking the same shit, and the record labels coming and saying,
Well,
"Hell no, we're gonna get laws enforced."
Well, because you're making a duplicate.
For pirating.
There's one thing
Now
to
the
make a
bootleggers, you
duplicate.
can run into the bootleggers in the street, like with DVDs and all of that. They right here, they selling it right in your face. You don't know who doing this.
what Vlad's about to say is one thing to duplicate work that's already out. It's another thing to craft a completely original joint,
Right.
and put that out under
in
the
the
banner
likeness
of
of somebody's
complete likeness and imitation of someone who's out functioning, making. Imagine I'm an artist and you drop a song and it's got my voice, my beat, and it's better than the shit that I have out now, and people want to see me perform that joint and it's not my song. That's great.
That's why the
literally
labels are
fucking
going to
up.
step in and they're going to
Yeah, but this was happening in the future.
Exactly.
Future would be at performances and people would be like, do Panda. And he's like, the fuck?
What the fuck is
What
Panda?
is these niggas talking about?
Yeah.
And then he does March Madness and nobody cares.
No, March Madness is fire.
And then he does
Don't
March
listen
Madness
to
and
Ron.
no, what? No, right. Hold on. What do you think I just said? I said,
Okay.
and then he does March Madness, and people stop asking
Nah,
for
it's a
Panda.
much better song.
They
Much
stop
better
asking
song.
for Panda.
Yeah, but Designer also got signed to Kanye and had that song on the Pablo album.
Yeah,
It
like
made a
Pablo.
ton of money. Had some other song like Timmy Turner that actually did well on its own, and you know I interviewed him not too long ago. He's still doing cool. You know,
Good for
it
him.
is what it is. It is what it is. But you know, sounding like someone doesn't mean that you are necessarily copying them. You just
But
have
this
to
is
sound.
this isn't sounding like someone. This is actually taking
And
your
their
voice,
style and their content.
your cadence, your
And-
flow.
Okay, all right.
Actually,
So Panda, this is a Brooklyn artist saying, first line, I got broads in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Where's Future from?
Atlanta.
Who's the always shout? I got broads in Atlanta.
Okay.
Off the rip, it's like, what?
I got ball in
The way you
the
keep saying it.
I mean, look.
I'm just saying. Designer, there's no shot to you because I feel like it's kind of a culture now.
Listen, when I interviewed Ghostface Killer last time, years ago, I said,
Talk to him about
what do
the
you
white
think
guy.
about Action Bronson sounding like you? He said that he heard an Action Bronson song and tried to remember when he did that song.
Wow.
There was a
That's
video.
crazy.
When I first
Ghostface.
heard
That's crazy.
Action Bronson, I thought it was Ghostface.
I thought it
Bro,
was
there was
too.
a video of Future in the club when Panda came on, and him like kind of stopping, like, wait,
That's not me.
like trying to remember that. Like the look on his face was just puzzled. Even but they only showed him for a second, but the look on his face was, wait a minute, what is that?
But there's very few instances that happened.
Shine
It's
and
not.
Biggie.
It wasn't something that wasn't
when Shine
like,
came out
super
first, he
Shine
sounded
came
like
out,
Biggie.
Shine sound just like Biggie.
Yes, he did. He
Right.
got
Gorilla
signed for
Black.
sounding like
Like
Biggie.
Biggie.
Gorilla
Yeah.
Black.
So is
By
it,
the guy who signed Biggie.
Prayer sounds like Biggie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, you can
Prayer
go
sounds
back
just
to
like
like what you trying to sleep for, like with the songs that were coming out on mixtapes before Shine's album dropped, and he really did sound like Biggie. Wow. You know
Oh,
what I'm
well,
saying? But he
Dana-
developed and he evolved and he dropped the dope out.
Dana and Slick Rick was the first
Ooh.
one I remember.
There we go.
Like
Yeah.
That's a fact.
everybody thought, all my OGs thought that was a Slick Rick song.
Right.
And he said Cinderfella Dana, and they were all kind of like, wait, what?
And Day to Day is not even British.
How funny is that?
It's rapping with a British accent.
And the AI technology isn't from Marcy, but it sounds like Jay-Z if it wants to.
You know who I thought? You know who I thought sounded just like Drake? For a long time, G-Eazy.
Really?
When I was locked up and I
Somewhat.
heard some of G-Eazy songs, I was like, is this Drake?
I don't hear that.
Not
myself.
always. I don't
People say
I
my
mean,
voice sounds
certain
like Drake.
songs.
Your voice sounds.
Let's say,
Start getting some Drake interviews in there. You turn it. You go to the podcast for them?
no. Like
bro.
ATL Jacob told me that, and he produces.
Is it the Jewish side?
Probably, probably. But he's like, you don't sound like Drake. And then like someone put up, I remember someone put up the Rap Radar interview with Drake and me side by side, and we actually do sound alike. Our talking voices. You know, I don't rap.
You got bars?
No.
Let me find out, Vlad.
No,
You got bars?
I don't
in
rap,
there.
but our talking voices sound similar.
Vlad, yeah.
We both have Jewish mothers, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, there you go.
Go to the studio after this.
Yeah.
Vlad got bars on the
But I
note.
did.
He got
But I
bars.
did.
You're gonna be the bootleg AI technology from
Let's do a song called Goats. I'm gonna write all this shit.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.